Oh my god. NerdBoisPodcast episode 39. Yes.
God damn.
Episode 39, and guess who's back?
Shady's back. Back again.
Anyway.
Is that...
Anyway, we're gonna start with intros and Moxie. Ladies first.
Hi. I know you guys probably missed me last week, but I'm back now with some better equipment. I don't know if you guys can tell. Hopefully.
We definitely can.
You sound crispy as fuck like Sprite from McDonald's.
Nice. I did this for you all.
Why is it spacey?
Okay, I did this for you all. Crunchwrap Supreme, you know?
Oh.
Oh, shit. Bunny Boy.
Yo, it's your boy Rabbit, aka Mr. Fluffybutt, aka DJ Carrot Sticks. Here again, coming back at you. 39 piece. Let's go.
We got our returning champion, Skyz.
Yo, what's up, guys? It's Skyz, aka Cumulonimbus, aka Weatherman J. I want to say thank you. Just take a second, real quick. I want to say thank you to everyone who has reached out to me as of recent, all the listeners who are concerned why I haven't been here, all of the friends that have been in my corner and have been supporting me. If you guys know why I have been gone, you guys know. If not, and you guys want that information, you can feel so inclined to privately talk to me. But yeah, so I'm just glad to be back. I took a few weeks off dealing with some personal shit, but it's good now. So yeah, thank you to everyone sincerely. Thank you to all my friends. Thank you to everyone here for being patient with me. Let's get this shit popping.
And
Brandon Whip just hopped in.
Oh.
I'm playing Crash Bandicoot.
I got options.
So yeah.
Ow.
Start it up. I'm playing Crash Bandicoot and I'm focused as hell.
Okay. So, first things first is the free games for October, and let's go ahead and get PlayStation first. You're getting Vampire and Need for Speed Payback. Yeah.
Need for Speed Payback's actually a decent game. Like, don't clown on it too much. Like, I grabbed it when it was like less than $10 a little while back. It was entertaining, but
from what I've heard,
it could be
they
worse.
also said that Demon Souls is supposed to be free too. I'm not entirely sure how true that is, but yeah. Pretty booty if you ask me. And then for Xbox,
has anyone played that Vampire game?
Nope.
Nope.
No. I heard it was actually decent. Well,
I'll give it the old college try.
we'll have to see.
What do you
Anyways,
expect? We're gearing up.
Yeah, true.
And next for Xbox, we got
PS5, I think.
Slayway Camp Butcher, whatever the fuck that is.
Doesn't matter anyways.
For the Xbox, we have Slayway Camp, whatever the fuck that is. Maids of Skier, whatever the fuck that is. Sphinx and the Cursed Mummy, whatever the fuck that is. And Costume Quest, whatever the fuck that is. So yeah.
Also, can I give a quick shout out? Can I take like 30 seconds here?
Sure.
All right, anyone who knows me, y'all know what my game is. Rocket League has been officially launched as free to play. So anyone out there that is what? Oh, okay. All right. Well, fuck me. Just to reiterate, Rocket League's free to play. Get that shit. Get the smoke.
All right, cool. So, next on the thing, we got our church announcements, and feel free to go ahead and say whatever you want to say when we chime in on church announcements, but let's just go ahead and get those out the way. Let's see. Rick Moranis got attacked for some reason in New York. That's actually a thing on the notes, but I just want to let people know that at the beginning. 21 Savage got Morgan Freeman to diss 6ix9ine. I don't know how he did that, but he did. Rihanna's giving an update about her music, basically saying, wait on it. Silent Hill.
You have been.
Right. Silent Hill 4 is coming back to PC. So anybody who has a decent PC and wants to play Silent Hill, and there you go. Mulan is going on sale to all the non-Disney Plus stuff. So if you've been waiting and holding out to see that movie, there you go. There's a new version of Microsoft Office that's going to come out next year without a subscription. Do with that information what you will. Season 2 of Fall Guys is coming next month. There's a Animal Crossing update that happened about a couple of days ago, and there's another one coming out next month. All Pokemon people, you can get Ash's Pikachu. There's like 3 or 4 different versions of Ash's Pikachu you can get in Sword and Shield right now. Games that came out this month: Crash 4, Star Wars Squadron, Remothered, don't know what the fuck that is, Watch Dogs Legion, and Little Hope. All of those games are going to come out this month of October.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. Bryson Tiller's Anniversary album just came out.
Real quick on that. Has anyone listened to it? Because I heard Rue going off on the book saying that shit was flame. So has anyone listened to it? And if so, how good is it?
I have not listened to it.
I ain't worried about that, but Crash 4 is the hardest and the best Crash Bandicoot to ever come out.
Even harder than Crash 1?
It is hard as fuck. I'm literally, I got stuck on level 2 for a while.
Alright, well you heard it here from the Nerd Boys. So if you want to cry, play Crash 4.
Oh, I ain't crying about it. It's fun as hell. I'm looking for all the gems now so I can get costumes and stuff. But yeah, this game is pretty hard.
Among Us released their numbers recently. I'm sorry, Moxie, did I cut you off?
No, I'm just making fun of Millie, that's all.
Oh, okay. I can get behind that. Among Us released their daily active users between what happened when it first released in 2018 and when it released. We got this new vamp of popularity. So last month they had 60 million daily active users. That's on PC and mobile. When it first came out in 2018, they had 2.3 active. Not 2.3 million, just 2.3. And it was just on PC. So do with that information what you will.
Game slaps.
I'd still need to play that. BET New Hip Hop Award nominees. We have Flo Milli, Jack Harlow, Mulatto, NLE Choppa, Pop Smoke, and Raw Wave. Those are the nominees. We have our actress for Ms. Marvel on the Disney Plus show for Kamala Khan, and it's a Pakistani American teenager. So representation, it matters. Mortal Kombat 11 is getting some more costumes for anybody who's still playing that game. Apex Legend is allegedly getting crossplay on the 6th. And I say allegedly because they said they was going to get crossplay months ago, and I guess the C virus happened and nobody was able to do it. I don't know, but for anybody who's playing Apex, crossplay is coming.
The C virus, what is it? Fucking Resident Evil?
Yeah.
Well, we can't say the word.
We can't say the word to get demonetized. Not that we get demonetized.
Wow.
10 for that, Megatron.
All right.
Yeah, that shit's stupid, ain't it?
Yeah. And the Nintendo 64 turns 24 on the 29th. So yeah. Did turn 24. And that's it.
The church said amen, but that was a weak church announcement.
Yeah, well, you can only go by what
too much going on.
I mean, it really ain't. People just waiting for these things to come out. So let's dive into the first thing of this week, which is okay. Long story short, Minecraft Steve got announced as a newest character on Smash Bros. And apparently it crashed Twitter. From what people have been saying, is people's been crazy mad about this. Have been people crazy happy about this. Does anybody care about Minecraft Steve being in Smash Bros?
I do. because of the way he's about to change the game. If you actually watched his moveset, how they had to basically recreate the whole game for Steve, it's gonna be probably one of the better characters they came out with that are guests and stuff like that. There was a Twitch streamer and he tried to like, no, he was a YouTuber that streamed on YouTube, and he tried to kind of like cover up what he said about basically saying, oh, if you want this character in the game, you're mentally ill. And then there's another guy basically like, if you go on Squirrel quotes, they have everything that you need to see. There's people literally saying like, I quit video games because you put Steve from Minecraft in the game. And I'm looking at these people like, y'all are mentally ill if you were that mad because one character got put into a game.
Yeah, that's a little excessive.
That's a little bit far. First of all, let's be realistic here. It was only a matter of time before Minecraft got a collab with somebody. It's probably the biggest game ever to come out next to League of Legends. And I think it's bigger than League of Legends. So
it is on the Mount Rushmore of games. Most people don't want to admit that, but like as far as indie games go, it's the indie game.
Mm-hmm. So I'm looking at it, and maybe it's just me, but I'm like, some of y'all.
If they had put another Fire Emblem character, would y'all really y'all would have been upset about that too. So stop it.
People just mad because it wasn't Crash because of how close it was to Crash release. And to that, I say, what would Crash moveset even be? Like, people keep adding these characters that have no type of moveset skills whatsoever. Like, I can understand Sword, but Crash, really? What will Crash do in the game?
To be fair, they did throw Mr. Game & Watch in there. They made a move.
Mr. Game & Watch has a plethora of games that they pull from. That's the difference.
Front flip and
he has that spin. He has that double jump. He has a belly flop. He has the little bazooka. He probably pull out his little helicopter thing. There's a couple of things they could do. I would prefer Spyro over Crash. That's just me. But, you know.
Yeah. They will put his trademark
other dragons in there. Why not?
Right.
They will pull his trademark moves, and none of that is trademark. All that other stuff is spin-off. They wouldn't pull from the spin-off. Every character that you see in the game now has trademark moves. Crash only trademark moves are the belly flop, the slide, and the spin. They will have to literally pull from more canon games. And if they pull from this one, the only way I can see is if they say, okay, we're gonna make it more like Crash 4 where his abilities are based off the mask. Then I can understand it. But other than that, nah. Steve is a great addition. Stop crying, fanboys. Get over it. Play the game. Like y'all always do. Like y'all did with fucking Hero. Like y'all did with fucking Beth. Hoes mad. Shut up, whine, and play the game.
I honestly just hate when communities like bitch and complain about something when it's like not necessarily toxic to the game. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like if something ruins a game meta or creates a completely toxic game meta or in general just changes the architecture of a game, then I can understand complaining. Like, I mean, but like when it's just like y'all bitching about a character, like there's probably a couple million, probably tens of millions of people that are like stoked that he's in. Like, I mean, it's just really opinionated people. Like, I mean, at the end of the day, like, you know, I mean, it is what it is. Like, if it's not ruining the game, then why are you so fucking hurt about it?
Hoes mad.
That's all I'm hearing.
Amen.
It's song. Like I said, at the end of the day, y'all mad at Steve, but y'all should be really praising this man because he literally remade so many stages just for Minecraft to fit in the game. For these characters to play well in the game, he had to go back and redesign every single stage. I think there's like 50 plus stages in that game. So
yeah.
Like he had to, because based off of what the character can do, the whole thing got remade. So it's just like I said, it's a lot of whining and crying from the community. And this is why people look at the Smash community and say y'all are trash and y'all will never be a part of the FGZ. FGC because all y'all do is whine and complain. Every character that has dropped since Hero, y'all whine and complain about. And people are tired of hearing y'all being children and whining and complaining.
Let's be real though. Like, what's the last characters that people really been collecting for? Gino, Sora, and what? Goku as a meme pick, but like other than that, that's like the top.
But here's the thing.
I've heard some people say about
Shantae.
Shantae. I heard some people say about Shantae. I've heard some people say
put Shovel Knight in before they put in Shantae.
Right, they will put in Shovel Knight before they put Shantae. I've heard people say Crash and Spyro, but like other than that, like there's 60 plus characters in this game. Like, bro, stop it.
Like, to end this, like y'all were crying for Steve when the game first came out. It was a meme pick, and then he listened to your memes, and then he put them in the game. So, if you don't want that character in the game, stop trying to make meme picks, and then get mad when your meme pick get picked.
Sakurai just around here like, how do you want it? How do you feel?
I wish Grand Blue would listen like Sakurai listen. Y'all out here getting praised. The rest of the FGC sitting here waiting.
Moving on. Let's see. There's already been event canceled for in Japan for 2021. So if this is anything to go by, this C virus is not going away anytime soon. This was a arcade event. It was, let's see. It's basically one of their premier conventions that they do for arcades, because people know that arcades are still really big over there in Japan. But that got canceled, and a lot of people are hurt. But it's like, what can you say? Anybody care, or can we move on?
I mean, it's sad, but we can't go anywhere. So tough titty, I guess.
Yeah, like, what do you expect? It's unfortunate, like he said, but it is what it is, like Trump's did.
Trump got it too.
Exactly, it is what it is.
It is what it is, man.
All right, speaking of Trump, the Nexus mods, which was a big hub for mods on the PC community, they have banned every political content mod for anything. So if you want to put Trump on like GTA 4 or whatever, you can't go to Nexus mods to do that. I'm guessing they doing that to stop people trolling and stuff on the PC community. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, anything that's political that you want to mod into your game, if you get it from Nexus mod, it's not going to be on there. They quoted said most of these mods are being uploaded by cowards with stock puppet accounts anyway. So yeah. So if you want to run around as Obama in GTA 5, you can't do that no more if you're going to do it through Nexus. I'm pretty sure it's the internet. There's going to be ways you can do it, but you can't do it through Nexus. Does anybody care?
Wonky controls sometimes. I really don't. It's y'all complain about politics in video games, and then y'all put politics in video games. I done said it so many times on this podcast. I'm kind of tired of talking about the politics, especially after
that mess that happened last week.
Yeah. The artist formerly known as the United States in their debates, because that was horrible. Oh my God, bro. Look, at the end of the day,
it was gonna be super entertaining. That was the only reason why I tuned in. I was ready for it. I got all the shit that I needed. My popcorn. I don't know. With all of this, like, what did y'all expect? Did you expect it to be any less
cringy?
Like, yeah, like you thought it was gonna be more civilized than that.
You got people telling people shut up, man.
Yeah.
You got people on Twitter, oh my God, Biden or Trump destroyed.
They both tweeted during the fucking debate.
You got the twins, you got the conservative twins on YouTube looking stupid. Like, bro, nobody won. America lost.
Yeah.
Like the artist world thing is so real. How they said the whole world was looking at us laughing. That's how I really felt. Like we were getting laughed at.
Yeah.
You felt like your parent. Like you feel like a parent that's both of your kids got caught like fucking around in school. Like really? Like I don't know. But moving on from that, unless Rabbit or Skyz want to chime in on the mods thing.
Moving on.
Oh, okay.
I plead the fifth.
All right, questions we have for this week. First one, if you ever got on a plane, what was the first time you went on a plane, where did you go? And we'll start with you, Moxie.
Oh, the first time I got on a plane, I was 18 years old. And I was actually going to Washington, D.C. to sit in on a meeting at the White House with Barack Obama.
I remember that.
President Barack Obama, yeah.
Ooh.
It was like a 30-minute flight. Super cool experience. Very cool experience. The flight itself wasn't anything crazy. I'm glad it wasn't too long since that it was my first flight. But yeah, I was blessed enough to be able to be going to something very important in my life.
Rabbit.
So I was about either 13 or 14. I can't remember exactly how old I was.
Oh shit.
My dad just came back into my life, and he lived in Georgia. And my brother and I, first time flying. I had this lady sit next to us, and she's like, "Oh, that's my kind of man," because we had snacks with us and stuff. They're like, "Oh, that's my kind of man, bringing snacks on board." I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "We're like 13, you're like 45. You need to relax, grandma." Like, that's not cool. But the flight was cool. I think it was Delta we flew, so that was pretty dope.
As long as it wasn't Spirit.
I don't mind Spirit, bro. I flew
Spirit
Spirit.
is trash.
Fly Spirit, you gonna end up in Spirit.
Spirit is trash. It's literally a yellow bus in the sky. But Sky.
For me, first time I went on a plane was probably, I was real young. I can't tell you accurate age, but I went out to California for the first time. A lot of my family lived out there. A lot of my cousins, my grandparents, they all lived out there, and so went out there for the first time, and had the California experience, going to California Adventures and Disneyland and like all that kind of shit. Seen the Hollywood sign, all that shit. It was a pretty cool experience.
Okay, Chrono.
I was 21 and I went to hell, aka MCRD Paris Island. I recommend nobody ever goes to that place. Oh my god!
When you went to the military.
Yep, it was oof. I don't recommend that for nobody.
For me, I was 14 and we flew to Orlando to go to Disney World, which is way better than Disneyland, by the way.
Who told you this blasphemy?
It's twice as big, bro.
It's like 4 parks compared to 1, bro. Like, it's no contest.
So who told you this blasphemy, though?
Bro,
Have you been to both? Have you been to both?
I've been in neither, but it's
okay then. So your point is irrelevant.
He's trying to troll, man. He's just trying to troll.
Second question. How do you guys feel about Sony lying to us? And for context, basically all of the major PS4 5 games that were coming out, like Miles Morales and I think what is it called? Horizon and a couple of other games are going to be playable on the PS4 as well. And we have a YouTube comment that said, "How do we feel about being lied to by Sony?"
Okay, so YouTube comment. I love you guys. Y'all know I'm the one that always comment back to y'all. Do you know how dumb you sound right now? No disrespect, but let me go back.
You can't say
okay, I can't say that out loud. I can't say that out loud. It's not that you sound dumb.
Bro.
It's that if you haven't paid attention to every other system that comes out, that most iteration of whatever was the last games to come out on that comes on the next gen, then I feel sorry for you. That's all I'm gonna say. They didn't lie to us. They didn't say they were exclusively to PlayStation 5. They said they were exclusively to Sony.
I mean, they kind of did, because it was like, oh, these games you can only play with the DualSense and da-da-da-da-da. You can't use your DualShock 4s on this, and you turn around and you can play Miles Morales with the DualShock 4.
They never said that Miles Morales was a PS5 only exclusive, and everybody knows the first game that comes on a new system is never exclusive to said system, and that's through every system that has ever came out. Whatever the last game is usually the first game on the next system.
I don't know about you, but you can't play Super Mario World on the regular NES, but I did.
It didn't come out on the regular NES.
That's my point.
What they start doing that iteration when? I'm not talking about NES. I'm talking about literally since PlayStation.
Oh, you talking
They've
about PlayStation?
Always done. When it went to PS2, whatever. The last game was on PlayStation, went to PS2.
I mean, long story short, they're shooting themselves in the foot if they don't put it on PlayStation 4. That's just the long and short of it.
You think are really gonna have a PS5 anyway, right now?
Yeah, offer it. Like,
how difficult it is to get.
A lot of people
are gonna have them. I feel like you guys are underestimating.
But not that
underestimating the pre-order of the PS5 here. Like a lot of people have it.
No, we're saying that there's a bunch of scalpers.
More people that are gonna keep their PS4.
I'm not saying you're not listening. I'm not. A lot of these people who are getting the PS5 are like, okay, you know, because I talked to someone real life. They're like, hey, are you getting the PS5? I was like, nah. I was like, I'm gonna wait for a little bit, and he's getting it, right? But he's upset because now he has to keep his PS4 because there's some PS4 games that aren't compatible with the PS5.
So what are you upset for? Why would you trade in your PS4 when there's plenty of good PS4 games that you're nowhere near going to be able to play on PS5?
But when people upgrade systems, they don't like keeping the old ones?
That's your problem. That's the problem.
I still got my PS3.
I'm not about to give up my system for nobody. I'm sorry. I don't care if PS22 come out tomorrow. I'm not giving up my old system for nobody. So all this, they lie to us stuff. Y'all need to really listen to what people say before you say somebody lied to y'all. It's not an Anthem. Anthem lied to us. Sony literally just said, hey, Miles Morales is coming out on PS5. It's a console exclusive game. They said nowhere near that you cannot get it on. There's no news. There's nothing that you can pull up that says they said it is exclusively to PS5. Even when they did the trailers, the only game that was exclusively to PS5.
They might not said that, but I'm thinking they made it implied that you had to get a PS5.
Stop taking this implied stuff. That's the problem.
That and the fact that the only reason why it came out that it was going to come off on the PS4 is Jeff Keighley tweeted out, not Sony.
Right.
All right. Let me interject real quick because I think this is going to help out the argument. Y'all motherfuckers need to start reading the fine print. And the fine print is this. The fine print is a company will always do in its best business sense what is best for the fucking business. Yeah. And the reason why there are people freaking the fuck out about this is because you don't have a business-oriented mind. You're not set to think about what's best for the money, right? You're like, I don't know how old these people are or whatever, but you don't have a grinder mentality. You know what I'm saying? You don't have a business-oriented mentality. When you have a business-oriented mentality and you have a mentality that's like, okay, well, what's their move going to be? Okay, well, then you deduct the reasoning behind what you think their move's going to be. And you're like, okay, well, they wouldn't do that because they're not going to make any money off that. That's a stupid decision, right? The business is always going to do what's best for the business. And what's best for the business is this next generation is a huge fucking leap, and they know, especially with everything going on, there's going to be a fuck ton of people jumping to PS5, but then there's also going to be probably a fuck ton times 2 people staying with the PS4, especially with how toxic and ridiculous launches have been in the past with, systems just malfunctioning. I mean, like,
COVID.
Yeah,
COVID
exactly.
Should have told you by itself, don't rush to get a PS5.
Right, exactly. Exactly. And so, like, they know that so many people are going to be staying on the platform. You need to have a business-oriented mind when you ask these questions. Because, like, the reality of it is Sony is doing what's in the best interest for Sony. And what's in the best interest for Sony is making motherfucking money.
Like, that's kind of been, like, a lot of the stories we've been covering in the last few weeks have kind of been based around that, you know what I mean? Like in the example we were talking about Fortnite versus Apple. These companies are going to do what's in their best their best interest. They're going to. That's what they're there for. They're there to make money. If they can please the consumer in addition to that, awesome. But at the end of the day, they're there to make a profit. So they're going to do what's best for the business at the end of the day, like you were saying.
And what Marky said about pleasing the consumer is
argument
huge.
On Twitter, and another like twig to this argument is by supporting the PS4, you're not living up to the PS5's full potential. That's what's been said, and it's also been said. What I forget his name. The creator of the president of Sony has already came out and said that they're going to be supporting the PS4 for another 3 years. The thing that most of the fanboys that are upset about that, the reason why they're saying that, by continuing to support the PS4, they're not letting the PS5 go to its full potential, 1 and 2, by saying like, oh, if this game can run on the PS4 and the PS5, did they really try their hardest to make it as graphically intense and as much as they can on the PS5? Because the base PS4, let's be honest with you, the base PS4 in comparison to a PS5 is no comparison.
Yeah, but they've been doing that since PS2. So what the fuck? Like, that's what I'm saying. Business-oriented mind. Look up your history. Like,
what first party PS2 game came out on PS2 and PS3?
What are you talking about? PS3 to PS4, they were still supporting games.
Yeah, I mean, there were a ton of games. Like,
I said first party.
For a whole year and a half. So what?
Nobody's talking about the 2K. Nobody's talking about 2K.
We ain't talking about 2K, bro. Any system, come on.
Name a first party game. Name a first party game.
Don't do that, because now you're giving fanboys a reason. Don't do that. Everybody needs to stop because they're fanboying on PS5. Everybody's forgetting Xbox and PlayStation been doing this forever. Whatever the next iteration is, it might be a dumbed down version of said game, but they still added the same games from PS3 onto PS4 for up to 2 years.
Name me your first party game. Name me your first party game. That's all I'm asking.
What are you talking about? You had GTA.
That's not first
party. You
party.
had fucking.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
I swear to God, I can go through it because you had the whole fucking. You want to go exclusive? Okay. You can go the whole Sackboy series. They always did it. What are you talking about?
Here's the thing. Here, one, you need to explain what you mean by first party.
A first party game is a game that's made by the actual studio, i.e. Mario, i.e. God of War, i.e. Halo. Okay. So a game that is built. No. I'm not done yet. A game that is built for the next gen system never hardly ever gets ported downwards. I.e., God of War 4 is not going to get ported down to the PS3. That's my thing. That's the argument that's on Twitter. I don't necessarily agree with it. If I can save my money and play Miles Morales on PS4, I don't give a fuck.
That's a dumb argument, because most of the games you're going to get, regardless of what you say, aren't going to be fucking first parties. Yes, you have first party exclusives.
Yeah, that's the main argument. Down. What's the point of me getting a PS5 if the first party games are not?
Then don't get a PS5.
That's the whole point. That's their argument. It's like this is. They're lying to us to make us build up this hype to go buy a PS5 when you really don't need one.
Here's the thing. With pre-orders being messed up, and you know they're doing that, if you still buy a PS5, you are the dumbass. Period. There's no.
That's the whole point. That's the whole point of it. Like, why are you hyping this thing up when I really don't need it? That's the whole argument. Like, you're literally arguing the same thing.
Here's the reality. Go ahead,
let Moxie speak.
It just goes back to the whole thing we were saying about business. You want people to think that they're getting something that they cannot get if they keep their system. You know what I mean? It goes back to them just trying to push the business to get the most sales that they can. And I mean, obviously it worked. Of course they're gonna come out with it now when the pre-sales have been off the fucking chain. Like, it worked. So, those who bought it may be pissed off about it, but it is what it is, really. Right.
You should have taken the money. You got a refund.
All I'm saying is, I see what y'all talking about in the business mindset, but we're not the business. We are the consumer. At the end of the day, these businesses are supposed to get our dollar. So if I feel like I'm being ripped off, I'm not gonna buy it. I.e., that's why I'm going to wait on the PS4. So people who rushed out, 9 times out of 10, these people that are doing this are the hardcore gamers that are arguing about this shit, feel like they was ripped off. Now, Now, is that their fault for them running out and doing it? Yeah, it is. But they also have a valid reason. That's the reason why there are returns. That's the reason why receipts are a thing. That's
what I was about to say.
Like that exist, so they can get their money back. So if they feel like they ripped off, they feel like they ripped off, bro.
At the end of the day, you don't have your PS5 in your hand. It is not your hand. You have a piece of paper that says I brought it. If you are complaining, if you felt like you got ripped off and you have yet to walk to the store, tell them I want a full refund and get your money back, and you're still crying about this, I'm gonna look at you and say, yes, your fault.
You look stupid.
It's no longer their fault. You brought their product, even though before the product even came out, you knew the bullshit, and you still brought the product. That is your fault as a consumer. Period. Shut up and talk to me.
But
here's another thing. Here's another aspect of it. Let me say something real quick. The first party games you're talking about are not a large percentage of the games that are going to be released on the platform,
but those are the system sellers though.
Okay, yes and no. Yeah, yes and no. Yeah, they are. PS exclusives are system sellers, but
that's what a first party game is.
Brand loyalty is also a big thing.
So when don't talk to me about brand loyalty. What did you have before a PS4?
Like before a PS4, I had an Xbox 360.
That's my point. So brand
you
loyalty
want to know
don't
why
mean shit.
I had an Xbox 360?
Brand loyalty don't mean shit, bro.
Bought it for me.
I will say, before I had a PS4, I had a PS3, and before that, I had a PS2.
But you are in the minority. Like
I've had every Xbox to come out, and I had every PlayStation to come out.
Like I said, you guys are in the minority because you guys are hardcore gamers. The normies, the people that's only going to make this say whether or not you win the generation or not, are the people like who bought the Wii's in droves. The people who didn't buy the Wii U because they didn't know the difference between a Wii U and a regular Wii. The people who bought 360s over 360s over PS3s back in the day, because let's keep it for real. Until the end of the generation, 360 was kicking PS3 ass.
And here's another thing, like y'all listen. Let's break this down to a
so brand loyalty might mean something to the hardcores, but the normies, the actual people, the casuals, the people they make most of their money off of, they don't give a fuck.
That's the casuals crying about it though. If the casuals crying about it, who cares?
Here's the fucking thing though. Here's the fucking thing. At the end of the day, answer me this question: is PS5 next gen?
Yeah.
Okay, shut the fuck up. That's what I have to say.
You got a
you are going to buy that graphics. What are you crying? You are going to buy that.
You're gonna get it,
regardless of whether it's fucking now at a pre-order or it's next fucking year. You're gonna buy the shit. Shut the fuck up. Play the goddamn game and stop fucking crying.
All I see is I see what they're talking about.
You don't think that the beginning of PS4 that a lot of games were dumbed down because they were also still trying to keep PS3 alive?
All I'm saying is name me one PS3 game that came out that was both like name me one PS3. Now Killzone Shadowfall wasn't on the PS3. Infamous wasn't on the PS3. A lot of those.
I'm about to tell you right now.
Name me one game that was first party that Sony had a hand in creating that was on both the PS3 and the PS4. Now shut the fuck up.
Honest to God.
You saying exclusive?
Honest to God.
Yeah. Name me an exclusive that was on both.
The one game that I think is like
Metal Gear Solid 4. Resistance Fall of Man.
Metal Gear Solid 4 is a Metal Gear Solid 4
PlayStation All-Star Battle Royale.
All those are PS3 games. They were made for PS3.
No, PlayStation All-Star Battle Royale is on PlayStation 4.
Yeah, so it was made for PS3 and got ported up. It didn't go down.
But it's on both.
That's my point. It didn't go downward. If I get a PS4 game and I can play it on my PS5,
just asked for
I said name an IP that was made for the main system and got ported down.
It doesn't matter.
Yes, it does. Because I don't. If you can literally play, here's the thing: if I can play this shit on my old shit, there's no point in me upgrading.
Doesn't matter. It's only
Here's the thing. We're not.
Yes, it does, because that's $500 that I don't need to spend if I can still play it on my PS4 that I already in.
Respectively, about games that not games that were ported down, but games that were released on both from the get-go. No, because if you look at it and you're like, what games were ported down? You're not going to find a big list of games that were ported down.
A lot of here's the thing that made people say PS5 won. It was exclusive, right? It was exclusive. It wasn't anything else but exclusive. It was Miles Morales. It was Heavenly Sword. It was Final Fantasy. It was a whole bunch of exclusives that made people say, "Oh shit, Sony won." Then turn right around and half of those exclusives I could play on my PS4. Did Sony really win though?
But I don't know.
Yes,
Maybe
they
it's
still
just
won.
me, but one of the big reasons why I'm upgrading to a next gen console is because I want to see the new shit. It's not even necessarily about just the games I can play. It's the games that I can play with the new graphics, with the new system, with all of the new stuff that they've been talking about, the PlayStation, PS5, you know what I mean? The shorter load screens. Like, I'm getting a new console not only because hey there's a new game coming out that I can only play on this system, it's because I want all of that embodies a new console. Like, this is not something that we constantly have.
But aren't you gonna need a new TV to play these games? If they're gonna be in a higher resolution, you're gonna need a better TV to play the games with better graphics.
Oh,
but
AK.
how many people already have like flat screen TVs or not?
A lot of people don't have 4K
Okay,
TVs.
the flat
let's be
screen
honest.
isn't what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the screens
like a 4K
8K high definition HDR kind of TV. There's not a lot of people don't have those.
I'm sorry, y'all, not to cut y'all off. To give a perfect one, Persona 5. Persona 5 is on PS3, and Persona 5 was made for PS4. So there you go.
Persona 5 is not an exclusive for PS5.
It's an
on
exclusive.
P-
It was
it's on-
exclusive for PS4. What are you talking about?
It's on PC.
Persona
as well.
5 is
1 to 2.
exclusively on PlayStation.
That's not a first party game.
Oh my god.
It's on.
Okay.
He's saying it's on PC and PS4.
Go ahead.
It's not a first party game. It's not. Sony doesn't own
Okay,
Persona.
it's an exclusive. It's a Sony exclusive.
It's
Is it
not a first party game. I said
This
a
is
game that
not a
Sony
Sony
made. I said a
exclusive.
game that Sony made. Third parties can do whatever the fuck they want to. 2K's been releasing on both systems. When
Bro,
the
you know how
generations
many
on-
games Sony has that is third party?
You
that
can't
they
name
switched
one.
over to Sony?
You can't name one.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
You can't
go
name
to the
one.
next go to the next
You
question.
can't
We'll
name
get this off
one.
now,
That's my
'cause
whole
this is
point.
This is a dumb ass topic. This is stupid as fuck. If you have a PS5 and you complain, shut your bitch ass up and keep it moving.
All I'm
Keep
saying
it.
is, if
That's
you
all.
trying to talk
I'm
this
getting
shit
annoyed.
as this is the next
Okay,
gen, and
can we go to the next topic?
No,
I'm really
nigga, I'm gonna
getting
get my
annoyed.
point out. If you gonna tout this,
Oh.
if you gonna tout this as this is the next gen, this is the hypest, you need this to motherfucking play the next games. You have to have this if you want to be as the most up to date. And I can literally have to play the same games on my last gen I had for the past 3 years. I'm gonna feel ripped off. I see what they're talking about. That's all I'm saying. Last question we have. If you had a wrestling theme song, what would your wrestling theme song be? It could be anything.
Oh, that's a good question. I had a wrestling theme song.
Crunk Ain't Dead would be mine.
I don't know. I would need something like, I'm in a cross between wanting something that's gonna be like hype, like some Sada Baby or like some Kendrick Lamar, or I want it to be like something very unexpected, like some fucking Mozart or fucking Yo-Yo Ma, some weird shit that people be like, who was
Wait,
about to
I
come
came
out?
back. I came back to Mozart.
Yeah,
If you
Yo-Yo
could
Ma.
have, if you could have a wrestling theme song, like the theme song to yourself while you coming down to the ring, what would it be?
Bitch better have my money.
Mine's to me, fuck that bitch.
Mine's is Crunk Ain't Dead, bro.
Man, that's hard, bro. I feel like that's a question that I need at least 3 to 5 business days to answer.
Oh my god.
Like, this is some serious shit.
I'm gonna.
Yo, where'd Chrono go?
Round and round. Just
Yo, wait, where did Chrono go?
We had a
He took
disagreement.
the break.
Yeah, he took a
Oh, he's molding. He's
Yeah, he
molding.
kind of stormed off. I just
Alright.
texted him and said, "Don't do this to the listeners. Get your ass back here." Don't do
All right. On a real note,
Returning to Mac would probably be yours.
yeah,
Oh,
bro. Listen, I so bad wanted to say it, but like, I'm glad somebody said it for me.
Is there a White Claw? Is there a White Claw song out there?
You know, listen. All right, one motherfucking second. Whoa, listeners, everyone, shut up. Listen, I'm tired of these motherfuckers disrespecting me about White Claw. I'm gonna give y'all motherfuckers a little.
Listen.
I was a bone. White Claw is good. I drink White Claw.
I'm gonna give y'all.
I'm throwing some Alka-Seltzer in it.
This is my time. This is my time slot. You shut your little hippity hoppity bunny ass the fuck up. All right. Bunny fucking rabbit. Sit the fuck down. Give me the mic. All right. Listen. So this is what it is. Listen, I don't drink White Claw because it's the best thing on the fucking earth. That's not what I do. People sit around and drink Busch Light all fucking day and act like it's God's fucking beer. So
beer
fuck
is disgusting.
Fuck you for one. So this is why I drink White Claw. One, White Claw is something you can drink all day, and you can casually drink, and you're not sitting there sipping Captain Morgan. You get fucked up within the first 2 hours. White Claw is a casual drink. That's reason number one. Reason number two: White Claw is not a terrible tasting drink. So it's not the best thing in the world, but it's also not the worst thing in the world. So I'm not drinking beer all day, which makes me feel like I'm getting like full and like nasty, and like beer doesn't taste bad to me because I enjoy beer, but it's lighter than beer and it's more casual than beer. So that's one thing. Also, it's not as sweet and as like ridiculously like stomach upsetting as like a wine cooler. So like a Mike's Hard or like those Jack Daniel things that hit real different and they're good as fuck, but you don't want to drink too many of them. It's not that sweet. So it's something that I can drink all day. I can get royally fucking fucked the fuck up, and for a week straight, all I did was drink fucking White Claw and play fucking cornhole. And just got fucking fucked up, and I drank like 13 cases of White Claw. Fuck you if you don't like me drinking White Claw. That's the synopsis of today's podcast. Fuck anyone that doesn't like me drinking White Claw.
So, sounds like to me that you just want to drink some wine, bro, because wine literally does all of the same shit.
No, because wine is nasty. Wine is nasty.
Think that all alcohol has its time and its place. Listen, I went to the zoo one time and we got White Claws at the zoo, and it was perfect.
Exactly.
A very mild.
I was not trying to look at some motherfucking tigers and drink some goddamn White Claw.
I want like Hennessy or like what you know what I mean? I want to fucking.
You don't go to the zoo and drink Hennessy.
No, you don't.
Right at the zoo.
Not at the zoo. Perfect. Not if you got only if you got Finito playing in the background.
Exactly.
Beer,
that's my point. It's casual.
I went to Puerto Rico once, and I had a really delicious Cubano sandwich, and I had a Modelo beer with it, and it was perfect. You know what I mean? Time and a place. Time and a place. My
inner Hispanic loving heart just heard Modelo, and man, I need to behave. All right, moving on.
The Apple Watch, the heart monitor has been sending too many people to the doctor because the heart rate's been saying that it's too high. Only a handful of people who've been flagged by that heart problem monitor on the Apple Watch actually needed to go. So I don't know if Apple's wanted to address this or anything, but they're sending people to the hospital for no reason.
Well, I just got an Apple Watch too. That's crazy. Like,
which one?
The SE.
Oh yeah, those ones are good.
Yeah,
but basically, people have been getting that heart monitor warning thing on their Apple Watch and been going to the hospital, and nothing's been wrong with them.
Well, here's the thing.
Setting. You don't have to have that shit turned
on. I was gonna say so I think you guys all know I play in a Rocket League, and last season during playoffs, we played one of my close friends, his team, and they were talking about after the game. They were like nervous because they thought like we weren't like a top tier team like all season. We had our struggles, but we were very, very underdoggy. You know what I'm saying? Like we could definitely come out and upset one of the top teams with no difficulty if we were playing up to par. And so apparently one of their players, Icon, he had one on. And I don't know what the fuck that shit was saying, but it said his average heart rate was like 215 beats per minute or whatever. Like during that whole series. And that motherfucker should have gone to the hospital. like that bitch just got done running a Lance Armstrong marathon. So I definitely see what's going on with that. It's definitely something they can look into. But it's one of those things where it's like those are hard to control because like when it comes down to statistics and like numbers like that, you can't just really be like, oh, well, this person's heart rate is 200 and something, and this person's heart rate is 200 and something, but this person needs to go to the hospital and this person doesn't. You know what I'm saying?
I would rather people go to the hospital and nothing being wrong than a whole bunch of people needing to go to the hospital and not. The only reason why I think this is a thing is because of the C virus thing, and people don't want to be in hospitals unless they have to be.
Honest to God, you could almost think of it like not like what is Apple doing wrong, like what is Apple doing right, finally getting people to go into like the hospital and get checked out. Because I'm gonna be honest, my ass ain't been to the hospital in like a minute. Like,
yeah, it's ever since I got off my mom's insurance is the last time I went to it. Got it
exactly. Tell me about it. Tell me about it.
Who wants to go to a hospital?
Especially right now when the C virus got on boots.
Tell me something I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm an asshole? Okay. I'm too fat? I know. Like, fuck you. Like, I'm not paying you to tell me that.
Right. You need to lose weight. No shit. I know that.
Right.
I think a lot of the reasons why people get Apple Watches is for, like, the health monitoring.
Oh, no. I got mine for the clout. I don't know what the fuck you talking about. No. Next.
Well.
No. I'm on a mission to get healthy now. I got a reason to get skinny and get hot. You know, like
a reason before. You know, you want to play video games longer or not.
Yeah. Oh, I got specific reasons we ain't gonna dive into right now. But
second to last thing. Oh, Rabbit, did you care? I know you're not.
I don't like Apple. My opinion is gonna be biased. Yeah.
Go ahead and give your biased opinion.
Okay, Randall, if Samsung watches were doing the same thing, what would you feel about it?
I would say the same shit you just said about Apple. What the fuck? What do you mean? What would I say?
Okay, all right. Moving on.
What are you gonna say now that it's Apple doing it?
Sweet.
Okay. Second and last thing. Cyberpunk got caught lying again. CD Projekt Red, they got caught lying again. So for context, people who wasn't here last week, basically, you know how Cyberpunk was like, "Hey, we're not gonna have any microtransactions in our game." Turns out they're gonna have multiplayer, and it is gonna be microtransactions in their game. That's what happened last week. Now this week, they also said we're not gonna subject our workers to crunch. We're not gonna make them work triple overtime just to get our game out on time. Guess what they're doing?
Here's the thing. We already know. We already know what you're about to say. Is this overtime literally like mandatory? Like, hey, like there's no. Okay, so it's not like a hey, can we get some volunteers?
No.
Or hey, we're behind.
No.
Like this is like
you can't
this
say
is like
that, AK, because you're not at the plant being like talking to these uppers. Like you can read
people have already tweeted out. People who work for them have already tweeted out and said that yes, it's mandatory.
Mm-hmm.
Verified.
All right. Well, fuck you. Welcome to the real world. Hi, my name's Skyz. I don't necessarily always work 40 hours a week. This is what people do for a living. You should probably get off your pedestal and stop drinking your your wine every night.
Hey now.
Secondly, fuck you. Yes, I'm talking to you, Karen and Chad. Get fucked. And this is the real world. We get dirty down here.
I'm just saying, there's been cases where Rockstar was doing this shit, especially when Red Dead was getting ready to come out. They was crunching so hard, and people were actually like not leaving the office for months on end, not seeing their families. This was before the C virus came around. There was also cases of people dying in Japan because they worked too hard on these games. So I don't know.
Japan is a different animal, though.
I feel like there's a limit to this mandatory overtime that they're working. I don't think they're making them sit there all day and all night. My job has mandatory overtime during the winter season because we ship a lot of presents. Bro, I'm working 6 days a week, almost 10 hours a day to make sure you fuckers that order shit online get your presents.
By the way, Mama Duke says hi.
Like, it's just, just lost my train of thought, bro. What the fuck? Right in the middle of me talking, Skyz? Really?
Alright, I'll fuck the fuck off, alright?
UPS, mandatory overtime, presents.
Not UPS, fucker, FedEx.
Same difference.
No, it's not, bro.
No, it's not. Brown.
I said the same difference.
We Amazon around these parts. Gang gang.
That's a whole different monster. They sell and ship their own products. Ain't no one gonna beat them.
When Rabbit was here, he admitted that Amazon's better than FedEx, but I didn't say that. Bye.
Dude, it is, bro. FedEx is never gonna be Amazon, and they're trying really hard. You know what? If this comes back at me, it comes back at me. I'm gonna say it.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Amazon is in a league of their own, right?
Allegedly.
They I don't know if they make their own, but they ship and store their own products. You're not storing products from a different person, from a different house on a different part of the country to bring that package, or from a company to set it somewhere else.
Everything is in-house. Yep.
They have a warehouse they grab the shit from, put it on a truck, and send it to you.
You know what that's called? Being your own
Monopoly.
fucking middleman and cutting out the fucking middleman. And guess what? What we were just talking about, a business-minded person, which means, guess what? You have more fucking money.
I don't hate what they're doing. I just hate that the places that aren't them are trying to be them. Bro, UPS,
It's a little bit
FedEx,
too late now.
I mean, but that just means that we can, us as consumers are getting better deals because they're trying to beat Amazon.
Yeah.
So I don't.
Yeah,
care.
I mean,
You're right. Here.
we don't make money on the. We just get the shipping money. We don't get the.
Exactly. So does that mean I can get some free, some free FedEx next day shipping because they're trying to beat Amazon? I don't care.
Let's ask ourselves this big question, though. Let's ask ourselves this big question, though. Who in their right mind is going to hear about a FedEx or a UPS launching a store where you can buy stuff and going and purchasing it like Amazon? Nobody.
No one.
Like,
well, let's be honest. Like Amazon was a store first and the shipping thing later.
Yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
it was a bookstore.
Yeah.
So
Where are we even on the topics? Now we're talking about Amazon. I'm like
basically we was talking about how CD Projekt Red got caught lying again, saying that what they weren't going to do. And the main thing that what people is so much backlash is how they bashed other people for doing the exact same thing they're doing. You know how they bash microtransactions and turns out they're going to have microtransactions. How they bash crunching and making their workers do mandatory overtime. They were definitely trying to chin check Rockstar for one for doing that. And then turns right around and you're doing the exact same thing. That's the main reason why people are giving them shit right now.
You know what I got to say about that?
What?
Who here wants to play Cyberpunk 2077?
I do.
Okay, Moxie.
Yeah.
Okay, Millie. All right, good talk. Rabbit's currently tinkling. So that's 3 out of the 5 members. 2 are not responsive. So we're just going to go ahead and slice that at 100%. Shut the fuck up. Do you want to play the game or not?
You know how people try to act like they care about people.
all bullshit right now.
You know how people try to act like they care about people, you know, want to be pro quo and care about people. Like I feel like if this is your job and you didn't sign off for shit like that, I get that, but at the same time, like
at the same time, like, I gotta work unsolicited overtime all the time that I don't want to fucking do, bro.
I'm currently
this is
working
the real
2 jobs.
fucking world.
I feel you.
Yeah, 2 jobs. I don't get tired. I don't get tired. Anyways, we gotta fucking work overtime. You think? Yeah, listen. They might have lied about microtransactions, but what game in the new world realistically is not going to put fucking microtransactions in there? None of them.
I mean,
none of them. So y'all motherfuckers,
they did not put no type of microtransactions in The Witcher. That's what got them praised in the first place.
That's true.
Lying. Period. Fuck all that bullshit. Stop lying. Stop
I agree.
I've said it so many times.
They should have just said that there was going to be microtransactions.
Exactly. That's the main reason why they getting so much shit is because they turn around and said what we ain't going to do. Then you get your hand caught in the cookie jar. If they never said, if they never came out saying that they were holier than thou and we are the apex of gaming, we're going to save gaming. If they didn't put themselves on that, exactly. If they didn't put themselves on that pedestal after one game, because let's be honest, who played Witcher 1 and 2?
I did not.
I played 2.
I actually didn't play any of them.
You are the first person I've ever heard out in the wild said they played number 2. I know one other person that played 2, and he was on a podcast. So like, let's be honest, they got hype. They got famous off of their 3rd Witcher game. and they took that and ran with it, which wasn't that they were supposed to do. They just went overboard, saying that how they were going to save gaming and how they're not going to do this, they're not going to do that, and they got caught lying. Stop lying.
They just need to be honest with themselves.
Exactly.
A lot of games nowadays don't survive without microtransactions. Like, I mean, it's the new wave. It really is.
You gotta have some form of DLC to be
yeah, people want nowadays. Fucking skins. People want this. People want that. Like, y'all should have been like, listen, we don't support microtransactions, but we know that people are gonna want these type of things. So in order,
they could have got that same amount of praise if they came out and said, "Hey,
you know what they need? You know what they needed to say?
Just cosmetics."
They needed to say, in order to fund the hours of time and workforce required to make these things happen, we have to have microtransactions in the game. Y'all want skins, y'all want this, y'all want that, y'all want updates with cosmetics or this or that or the other. Like, we have to be able to fund those things in a business aspect. Yet again, looping back around to a business-oriented mind and business aspect. They can't just send, 20 fucking developers or something, and they spend fucking 3 weeks working on like the next 6 packs of fucking skins to come out, and then just give that shit out for free. You know how many hours of work that is? Like how much money you're losing to just give something out for free? Sure. It's not a business oriented mind. It's not a business oriented mindset. You can't do that. You're losing money that way. You just really are.
No, you can't. No,
like because those 20 developers could be working on like a fucking DLC or something.
Or the next game, like literally. Yeah.
Here's the thing that pisses me off about gamers sometimes. They forever want to complain, but when shit gets done or shit gets changed to satisfy them, or they're never satisfied for one, and two, they don't go out and support shit. The main thing people's been complaining about is we want new IPs. We're tired of sequels. Okay, so here's a new IP. You better go fucking buy it, because if you don't, that's just gonna make them say, okay, they don't want this. Let's do Witcher 4. Which I wouldn't be upset about a Witcher 4. Not that I played Witcher 3, but you get what I'm saying? Like, people complain and want one thing, and then once it comes out, you don't support it. Therefore, then it's not gonna come out with the other thing. Like,
to be honest, like, now's the perfect time for a Witcher 4. Like, everyone here knows how much hype the fucking Netflix The Witcher show got. Like, you don't think now is the perfect time for a new Witcher game to come out?
Right now, I think it's time for them to shut the fuck up and make a game and hope that fucking Cyberpunk 2077 is actually good. It doesn't turn out like a Last of Us 2 clone. Because it's a lot of shit they lied about.
There's a lot of SJW shit in there that people are not liking.
Wait, a lot of what?
There's a lot of
shit that got exposed by them running their fucking mouths, and because they have fanboys, just like PlayStation has fanboys, just like everybody else has fanboys. People look past it, but they bash other games for it because other games have bad reps. I.e. the whole
transgender thing,
the whole transgender thing in the game. But people will hurry up and rush to bash fucking Last of Us 2 for doing the exact thing and at least putting it in their said story.
Wait, is Cyberpunk trying to go down that same road?
You can be transgender if you want to. If you don't want to be that, you don't have to be. But
okay, and y'all know my aspect about The Last of Us 2. I was all ready to buy that game and all ready to play that game. I obviously didn't play it for reasons that were just stated. If it is an option, that is completely okay with me. But when it's forced upon someone, then it's not okay with me. And you should always have an option.
But
what do you mean? It's in the main story of The Last of Us 2, is it not?
Let me put your card. So if it's an option, the fact that it is an option is a way of forcing it in the game. It's just not directly in your face. It's like
right. My problem is it being in my face.
That's what I'm saying. They're literally putting the option.
Let Moxie talk, y'all. Let Moxie talk. What?
I'm not necessarily. I don't think I have 100% context in exactly what you guys are talking about. But what in the context of? What about in the instances of having a female protagonist? Like, that's not necessarily an option.
Can't you be female in Cyberpunk?
Here's the thing. And
you know what I mean? If Horizon Zero Dawn, what if Aloy was transgender? Would that be a problem because you don't have an option to not be transgender?
Me personally, I wouldn't.
That's my
You see what I mean?
That's a really good question. That
As
is
long
a
as
really,
the story
really
is
good
good,
Right.
as long as the story
Honestly-
is good and you're not pandering, I don't give a fuck.
Honestly, I commend you for asking the hard questions. And here's the thing: I'm gonna fully and completely give you the way I feel about it. I am completely for that movement and those people in that situation having the equality that they need. But the reality of it is no matter how much I support that, I personally do not believe in it. So I don't want that like shoved down my throat in aspect. You know what I'm saying? And like the thing with The Last of Us 2 that really put me off was the whole like sex scene kind of thing, and like I literally did not buy that game because of that. Now, in an aspect of like this character being transgender and like bringing it to light, I think that's more of supporting and advocating rather than pushing it down your throat. Does that make sense?
Yeah, for sure.
You know,
For
so
sure.
I think there's a middle ground for that, and I would be completely supportive of that.
And very, yeah, I get it.
Yeah,
there's
so-
definitely a difference in between.
So I think there's it's like a you know, we talked about that 1 second. We talked about the aspect of like pushing it too far. I think that's one of those things where if there was like a transgender protagonist or main character or whatever, but it doesn't push it to the bounds of Last of Us 2 with that scenario, like I'm completely supportive of that. But in my opinion, what I'm trying to get across is I think Last of Us 2 pushed it too far. Like there's a way to advocate and not shove down your throat.
I mean, of course, Last of Us 2 is pander. I ain't even gonna hold you. Like, that was Pander City. I beat the game, but it was Pander City. But my point is, if you don't agree with one game, just go wholehearted. Keep that same energy towards another. That's
There's
always been
definitely
me. If I
people
feel
who've
some
been
type of
saying
way, if I feel some type of way about one thing, I'm gonna keep that same energy when
Regardless
it goes
of
to another. So
whoever
when
comes
I look
out.
at people bashing The Last of Us 2, I'm like, well, Project CD Red is doing the same thing. Project CD Red told y'all straight up when they got backlash on it. People like, they straight up told y'all, you know, we support this group.
Didn't
That's
the last,
somewhat pandering. I hate to tell you
Battlefield
like
do
this,
that
but
too?
it's their business. They're gonna pander to get people to buy their games, regardless of whatever you say. They're pandering by talking shit about other companies while doing the same shit that other companies doing. Period.
Didn't
All I'm saying
the
is,
last Battlefield do the
even
same
if
thing
it's
too?
just optional, if it's in the game and you feel that way about one game, keep that same fucking energy when it goes to another game. Period. And like I said, Project CD Red, I done said it plenty of times. Shut the fuck up. Stop running your fucking mouth, because nobody cares about Witcher 1 and 2. Everybody cares about the fucking show in 3. That's it. Nobody even gives a fuck about the books like that. Half of the people don't even know it's a book out there. Shut the fuck up. Make your fucking game. Make your fucking money. Hope it's good. Shut the fuck up. That simple.
You okay?
Rabbit, do you care about this at all or no?
I mean, we're all gonna have different opinions on the game. Like, times are changing, so they're definitely gonna go with what's popular, with the living situation of everyone now. And I think that's a big reason why The Last of Us had that in the game. That's not gonna change my mind about a game. One 30-second interaction that makes you feel uncomfortable isn't gonna stop me from playing the game. If the other 95% of the game is amazing, but that 5% sucks, that's not gonna stop me. But like I said, we're all gonna have different opinions about the issue. If it's a great game, it's a great game. Like, if one little thing it bothers me, it's not gonna stop me from playing the whole game.
I feel that.
Like, I'm gonna buy the game at the end of the fucking day. I just don't like it's just me. I just don't like when companies talk shit like they don't do the same thing that other companies
You don't
do.
like hypocrites.
All right, like y'all hypocrite. Y'all all do the same thing. Y'all all aren't consumer friendly. Let's be realistic.
Yeah, none of
Gaming
these
hasn't been
companies give a
consumer
fuck about us at
friendly.
all.
They haven't been consumer friendly since N64 days. If it's not indie, they're not consumer friendly. So stop all this bullshit. Like, we're not gonna do microtransactions. There won't be a multiplayer. We're just gonna give you the best experience. And then we find out. And the only reason gamers are giving you a pass is because we've been beat up. So it's like an abusive relationship. We've been beat up so much that if we were to leave, we wouldn't know what the fuck to do.
They're putting the Stockholm syndrome on us.
All right, you got the Stockholm syndrome, and any gamer that's on this channel, I'll debate anybody about it. I guarantee you, your favorite game has some type of bad practices on it.
Some anti-consumer shit about it. Something.
Like something bad about it,
If it's
regardless
not
of what you play, and you play it because you love it.
Were we gonna skip past the whole part that Mario's high the whole time he's playing?
We're gonna skip back the fact that they literally are selling you the same games that were on the Wii U for $60.
They're selling you remakes of the same game with different graphics. Pokemon literally finessed everybody into rebuying Pokemon. And guess what? I got the DLCs. I'm a damn sure rebuy them Pokemon. I don't give a fuck. But come on now.
I feel like that's true. But at the same time, if they didn't do that, and if they just came out with the crystal or the yellow or the emerald, people would have went to go buy that anyway. So it's the same shit.
Man, they about to come out with Heart Gold, Soul Silver on the Switch.
And I'm buying it. I'm buying it. Day one. Day one.
It's the same game. Now, another thing, they remaking games and selling them back to you. Like, they're literally remaking games, adding story that could have been in the game at first and selling it back to you. What are you talking about?
Right, like, because Miles Morales don't come with the original Spider-Man again.
Yeah, it comes with the remastered version of Spider-Man.
So I'm probably gonna end up buying Spider-Man with all the DLC again when I get it. So
going back to the Pokemon point, you're literally about to buy a remake of a remake.
Right.
A remake of the game.
Wait, what shit? Isn't that what Let's Go was? A remake of a remake?
Let's Go is a remake of a remake of a remake. Come on, dog.
Fact, if you guys didn't know this, The Witcher is going to have another thing go on for PS5. If you buy any of is it The Witcher? I think it's The Witcher. Any game for The Witcher for the PS4, you get an upgrade to the PS5.
Yeah. I wish they would have did that with people who bought Spider-Man, because like I bought Spider-Man like day one and it was like, fuck you.
Spider-Man with toned down graphics. Like, come on, bro. Ain't nobody trying.
Why did they change Peter's face, and why are people mad about that?
Because the graphics been dumbed down. The graphics are dumbed down. It looks better on the PS4 than it does on the PS5.
Okay, but why are they mad because his face model changed?
Because people bash Xbox for the same exact thing. So people bash Xbox for Halo, and then PlayStation going back to the same situation. People bash Halo for them having dumbed down graphics, and then here come PS5 talking shit, and then their Spider-Man has Peter with dumbed down graphics of the P4 version. It literally looks like
so the remaster looks worse.
It
on
looks
the
worse
PS4 than the OG one. Oh, okay, I get it.
Mm-hmm. It's the same as that thing.
I mean, but yeah, there ain't no way around. That's the same shit. You can't get mad for them doing it on the Xbox. You can't bash it for them, and the only reason why people are letting it get away because Miles Morales is part of the game.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, just wanted to introduce special guest. Quincy is here. Quincy, say hi.
Hey, what's going on?
What's up, Quincy?
Quincy.
Oh, now you can hang out because I'm not there, huh?
Rabbit said, now you can hang out because I'm not there, huh?
Oh, yeah, figures, right?
Yeah. No,
last thing, and then we can move on. Last thing. Rick Moranis got attacked on the street, but he is okay. You know, guy from Ghostbusters, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, Spaceballs. Apparently, somebody just randomly sucker punched him in the middle of New York, but he's okay.
Sounds like New York.
I mean, that's a New York thing. Where was he at?
He's 67 years old. Let's see.
That's not gonna stop some dude from punching you in the face, dog.
New York is the state that a dude walked up to a chick and hit her upside the head with a skateboard because she said, "I don't want you to have my number." What do you think they're gonna do to him? Like,
which one of the Beatles got stabbed randomly walking in the park?
Christ.
This city has 6ix9ine flopping like it ain't nothing, and he's still walking around a lot. Like, come on, bro. Nobody cares.
I mean, he
New York.
did OD not too long ago. He didn't die, but he OD'd on like
off a hydroxy
cut and caffeine pills.
And caffeine pills.
That man went to go work out for the first time in his life.
What were you doing in jail, B? That's how you know he was being taken care of. How you come out of jail?
Well,
fat?
and exactly. Only pampered people come out of jail fat because you gotta work out in jail because
Exactly. You ain't got shit else to do. You was in there eating up all that commissary.
He definitely wasn't in Gen Pop because he was in Gen Pop. It was rough.
Hell no, he ain't had shit else to do but eat. He had money and he was spending it on snacks. How you come out of jail? You got all that time and you ain't work out. You wait until you get out here to try to get in shape. You should have came out like ripped.
That boy got fat for his husband.
6'9",
DJ Academics. That's
like
what
the
he did,
fuck?
bro.
Like Gucci Man, he did not look the same when he came out, bro.
He came out glowed up. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to be in that bitch bettering yourself. Not
at least get a degree or something.
But back to this old man. Nobody cares.
I care. It's Bo. I'm glad he's okay.
I don't care. He be alright.
That man's a motherfucking legend, bro.
Oh man, we got to be better than that.
Man,
bro.
Benny Siegel got sucker punched down there. You think he wasn't gonna get sucker punched? He was in the wrong. He was buying drugs.
Okay, but it could be. They didn't actually say what he was doing or where he was at.
We all know what he was doing.
It's
only one place you're gonna go to New York that you're gonna get sucker punched randomly, and we all know what he was doing.
What if I just want to go to the bodega? What if I'm just down here for snacks?
He should have been at the bodega.
Maybe. What if I'm just getting beat up by some random people at a Subway, a la Jesse Smollett allegedly?
Right. I went to go get some Subway, and
well, you better make the greatest lie ever. Said
with some leaks in the news.
You said MAGA did it because Trump is in the hospital. And people's outside the hospital praying for him with no mask on, which I'm not understanding. That is so ironic.
Just be right again, y'all.
Anyway, that's the last thing we have. If you could have a wrestling theme what's your wrestling theme song coming out to the ring, Millie?
The theme song, the Bodak.
Coochie Land. That's how I'm coming out, dog. That's some injured shit, dog.
Come out to the part when it's like,
hold on.
Hold on. That's like, do you know the Coochie Man? That's all you go. That's all you go hear, yo. When I come out, I'm the Coochie Man.
Meaning you can only exist back in the 90s. They ain't not gonna let you do that song now.
I'm the Coochie Land. Do you know the Coochie Man? That's
all right.
When I come out.
Well, that's NerdBoisPodcast episode 39. Let's get these outros and get the fuck out of here. Moxie.
peace. It's been real, you guys. I hope you enjoy all of the fun times we just had. The fun and the awkward times. Those are always good times. But I hope you guys have a great week. Once again, follow me on all of my platforms, Instagram, add me on PlayStation, all that good shit. Peace.
And Bunny Boy.
Yo, it's your boy Rabbit, aka Mr. Fluffy Butt, aka DJ Carrot Sticks. It was fun. We threw this thick and thin. We might get mad, but we good. We good, bro.
I wasn't that mad.
Oh, you were heated, bro. Don't lie.
You left the
I was annoyed.
Right, you left the chat.
He was
up on us, technically.
Yellow tape around his body is a fucking homicide.
I was annoyed, yo. I was over there. I started singing Somebody Sleeping in My Bed for a minute, dog.
Oh!
I was like, not if you truly love me. This one gotta let you go.
Cisco was hurting that song, boy.
Yeah, I was hurt for a minute, yo.
Skyz.
Hey guys, Skyz, aka Cumulonimbus, aka Weatherman J. Thanks for being patient with me the past couple weeks. I've been dealing with my own shit or whatever. But
Lima
I'm gonna get
was
off.
definitely on my ass about you.
Who?
Lima was definitely on my ass.
Yo,
about you.
Lima, listen. The shit got turned upside down. The upside down eternity. I don't know if anyone knows that 80s song. Anyways, whatever.
Lord.
Yeah, Moxie knows it. That's what's up.
We are
but,
African American and we don't know that.
All right, slow down. Anyways, life's a bitch right now. Anyways, but
Life's a bitch, indeed.
yeah, thanks for being patient with me. but I currently got shit to forget disorder, so I'm gonna go find the bottomless Captain Morgan bottle tonight. And
Shut the fuck up.
Yo, you was shooter huh?
I can't fucking stand it.
That man, he started.
I wanna be.
No, he needs to talk to Spider-Man about,
You know what? It's sad when Captain Morgan is more supportive than you motherfuckers. Fuck every single one of you.
Hey man, give me about 45 minutes. Give me about 45 minutes. I'll be down there.
Bet. I got somewhere for you to sleep, big dog.
Oh shit! Who
Doors
ain't did
open.
that outro yet? Chrono.
ain't God good. Trump caught COVID. You
That's
know,
fucked up.
Y'all can't be like that.
That's fucked up, bro.
Right.
That's
When you said the word we weren't supposed to say, what the fuck? We're gonna have to edit this out anyway.
Alright, bro. We can't get.
nah. 56 strong. Thank y'all for the support over. I got 56 tenants now, y'all. Over at Nappy Head. Spider-Man crying about Mary Jane. You know.
That shit was hilarious, by the way.
But yeah.
We still waiting on
mad,
Mary
y'all.
Jane to do her surprise show up, because
Mary Jane playing lead right now, but
is she gonna bring him to the red table?
Probably. We'll see. But yeah, thank you guys for the support. I was not mad. You know, being the man that I am, I just can't lose my cool. You know, Cisco said that, but
Oh my god.
we out, y'all.
AK here, episode 39, and we out this bitch. Bye.
Peace.